Peyton Manning said, quote, I saw where Tony Romo said that he always knew he wanted to be a broadcaster. Well, I always knew I wanted to be a football player. That's all I knew. I was all in on that job. I didn't think about anything else while I was playing. And I think that's a good way to be. I think you've got to be all in on what you're doing.
You win.
I mean, Mraz, I'm not making things up. I'm not seeing things where they're not right. I mean, that is a shot at Romo pretty directly.
Yeah, that's saying, hey, I have 2 rings. Guess what? My focus was on football my whole career. I didn't dream to be sitting there calling out plays next to Jim Nantz.
Romo said he always knew he wanted to be a broadcaster. Well, I always knew I wanted to be a football player. That's all I knew. I was all in on that job. I didn't think about anything else while I was playing. And I think that's a good way to be. I think you've got to be all in on what you're doing.
Is that an art of...
I mean, that's a shot at Romo.
But is it a jealous shot at Romo that Romo now has all this fame? Or is it more, we all know as real winners at the quarterback position, you're not worthy in our club?
So I don't think Peyton Manning looks at Tony Romo and says, you're not worthy. I think he sees what you and I see, this kind of overwhelming love and adoration of Tony Romo that somehow he has redefined broadcasting and in many ways rehabilitated his career because Romo, when he retired, was kind of seen as a loser, a guy that choked in big spots. He had 2 playoff wins ever.
By everyone except Cowboy fans who seem to think he's Aaron Rodgers.
I think some are pretty realistic.
All right, that's, I guess, an argument for a different day. But Cowboy fans, Tony Romo, nobody could be better. He's on any other team. He wins 1 million Super Bowls.
Yeah, some are uber defensive of him. But I think Peyton Manning was completely consumed with the art of quarterbacking, as we saw in his career. That there was never a waking minute that was not devoted to finding the next crease in the defense, the next tell from a defensive lineman, the next some slim type of advantage he could take advantage of because he studied so much film and he worked on everything in his craft to the highest ability. And sometimes that was paralyzing, I think, for him on the football field because he didn't end up winning everything. But, I mean, he had perfected the craft of quarterbacking. And I think he probably looked at Tony Romo and saw Romo vacationing in Cabo before a playoff game with Jessica Simpson, and by and large, kind of like loving the celebrity of being a football player and being
playing
Romo.
Golf tournaments left and right.
And I think he kind of knew that, probably like most guys in the NFL, that Romo was really good. But, you know, when Romo starts getting these accolades of he's the smartest player we've ever played with, Romo was the ultimate leader, we love playing, I think they probably roll their eyes. Like, yeah, okay, Romo was fine, but he didn't devote himself to the life like Brady, like Breeze, like Manning. He just didn't have that type of commitment. And I think now that Romo has been put up on this pedestal, I think Peyton Manning and some of those guys roll their eyes. I don't think they dislike him, but there's got to be a rolling of the eyes. And then when Tony Romo says, I always wanted to be a broadcaster, for Peyton Manning and Drew Brees and Tom Brady, who live, breathe, and eat every single day of the offseason, trying to win on 3rd and 8 from their own 38-yard line in Week 7 against the Titans. That's the only thing they're thinking about when they see Romo getting all these accolades and then kind of a little revisionist history on his career because he's so beloved as a broadcaster. They've got to be annoyed by it. Like, oh, yeah, Romo, right, the great Romo.